Over-unders this year for our beloved Port Adelaide Power.
Our beloved.
Well, yeah,
16
we're
and
fans.
7. I don't know if there was a team we talked about more last year, Stats Man.
That's true. The roller coaster.
16 and 7 last year. They finished second. How'd they go in the finals?
They won one.
Anyway, over-under for this year is 13.5. I have them around 14 and 9 again.
Really?
Which is up for debate. And that's what this entire show is about, of course. So I'm going to probably go the over, but I think everything hinges quite simply on this year now.
Okay.
Does the coaching succession plan of our man Ken, is he enough? I don't know. The succession to Josh Carr, does it detract too much from what they're doing on the field and the way they're playing? Yeah, no.
I'm going to say nah, just simply because I think they love him. They love Ken. I think it's going to help them. I think that's the only way that they're going to go, maybe we're not that good, but we'll do this for Ken. Like Butters, Rosie, that you can tell they love Ken.
Two dudes.
They absolutely love Ken. So I think they're going to try a lot hard. Well, they're going to try obviously hard, but I think they're going to try a lot harder for Ken. So I think it won't detract at all.
So over under, what do you reckon, Stats Man?
I am going under though. I think they're going to get around 12 to 13 wins. So just under that 13.5. I reckon they could miss finals. I think the likes of Geelong and Hawthorn are going to be that bottom part of the ladder. And I don't know. I just don't think their team's good enough. Their midfield's really good and their forward line's very iffy.
Alex, the coaching succession plan.
So it doesn't detract from what they're doing because what they're doing is sliding down the ladder regardless.
Oh.
I'm big on their under and them falling out of the top 8 this year.
There you go.
And Ken doesn't last the season.
I think he'll last the season because of the succession plan.
I think this is the trickiest part of talk about volatility. I think that's exactly how it goes, right? They could go in a similar fashion to last year where it's like, oh my God, it's all falling apart. We're going to fire Ken. And everybody rallies around him for another 6 games.
And they beat St Kilda.
It all starts falling apart again. And then they rally around him one more time for one last push. And that's why I land at 14 and 9, which is the over, but only just. And that's just in like a 14 and 9, 15 and 8. There's so many teams in this range, right?
You got them
they're all scrappy. They've got Sam Powell-Pepper, who's also a war criminal.
He's scary.
But he's coming back from injury at some point this season, right? And so I think just the fact you have Big Ivan go, I don't want to be here. And then everybody else go, what? What's happening? Where are you going? And he's I don't know anymore. It was amazing, right? They just have this weird, strange setup this year. I think they just pull out enough wins. I'm slightly optimistic. The best player is obviously Butters. I think he could win the Brownlow. I've got him as the big calls, top 3 at the very least, if not top 2, if not winning the entire thing. Rising star, Mitch Georgiades. He's an absolute weapon.
He's already a weapon, I reckon. Yeah,
weapon. I mean, that's why he's a super.
Just gets second year back from an ACL too.
He gets injured, yeah.
And the most improved player, I think this is an easy one for me, Todd Marshall.
It's going to be hard for him to improve. He's out for the year.
Well, that's right. But
he ruptured his Achilles tendon a month ago.
I forgot about that.
Oh, God, I wrote this ages ago. That sucks. I think the entire idea, though, of they need somebody like that big target up front, and that was going to be Todd Marshall.
Has to be Georgiades.
Now it has to be Georgiades. He has to be their most.
Well, he has to improve as well because there's been a lot of hype about Georgiades, and he got injured along the way, but this is the time to deliver on it too.
Yeah, he has to. Otherwise, they're cooked.
Willem Drew's the cult hero just because I love him.
He is good. He's very underrated. He's a lock for your 20 and your multis.
They have two games against Hawthorn, which is going to be awesome.
Fun.
Oh, that'd be great.
Super fun. 2 games against Sydney, which is always a fun one as well because they have a storied history. Adelaide, love that.
Of course.
Geelong, always fascinating as well. Freo, crazy, and Carlton. So
that's a tough fixture.
It's a weird fixture.
Second hardest.
What happens when you make a prelim?
Of course, they deserve it, but there we go.
So there we go.
What Adelaide?
I'm going over. You're over. No, under.
Under, well.
Under, well.
Well, not well under, but yeah, under.